Hello, everybody. Griffin, do you want to say hi? Hello. So if you guys watched my last vlog, then you will know that I currently own Empire of Storms by Sarah J Maas. And you'll know that I was like ridiculously excited about it to an embarrassing extent because I also got a signed copy, which for me is like, it's like the most exciting thing ever. Many of you guys really enjoyed my A Court of Thorns and Roses vlog that I did. I vlogged my whole experience reading it, and a lot of you guys were requesting that I would do the same thing for Empire of Storms, which of course I'm going to, duh. Anytime something significant happens or I'm just having like a fangirl moment or just freaking out, you know, it's gonna be vlogged. It's gonna be talked about. Very therapeutic for me, and I hope that it's entertaining for you guys because I have a lot of fun doing it because I have nobody else to talk to about this, frankly, so you guys are like my only outlet. I already started reading this book, so why don't we just go ahead and get into my thoughts because I have many. I'm currently on page 121. You know, it blows my mind how Sarah J Maas can have so much stuff happen in such a short amount of time. First of all, let me just start by saying I hate Darrow. Darrow, what a jerk. I hate him. Yeah, Aelin is supposed to be queen. Don't you get in the way of that. Like, I think she deserves that position by now. Thank you very much. And you can just go bye. Like, just go away. Goodbye. Also, I just want to say that I love this group that we have going on with Aelin and Rowan and Lysandra and Aedion. And I feel like it's not that often in books that we get to see such a large group of characters always together and get to know all of them so well on individual levels. So I think it's really interesting to know all of their backstories and connect to each of these characters and then see them all together. I just really enjoy that. I am very excited about Rowan and Dorian teaming up right now and being together, and they're gonna be on a boat together, and I'm really excited because it never really crossed my mind what Rowan and Dorian's relationship would be like. Like, those two characters together have never crossed my mind, but I really like it. And as soon as they were together, I was like, yes, this is gonna be so interesting. Like, what are conversations with Rowan and Dorian gonna be like? Speaking of Dorian, Manon and Dorian. Manon and Dorian. What? Oh my god, Manon spared Dorian's life, and I'm so, like, excited about this. I love Manon. I feel like I love her even more in this book than I did in the last one. I loved that moment when Dorian said to Manon, called her a witchling, and then Manon was like, princeling. I thought that was so cute. And I don't really, like, okay, them together makes me really excited and I freak out and I have all these emotions, but then at the same time, I don't know, like, if I really ship them or not. I haven't decided yet because I'm still getting used to the idea of them together just because they're so different. Because, you know, there's like Prince Dorian, like beautiful, charming Prince Dorian, and then there's Manon, who's just a complete badass, and she's like a little scary. Anyway, Elid and Lorcan. I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I really like Lorcan in this book, and I think he's gonna end up being a character that maybe is one of my favorites. I know he's like evil, but like, is he evil? I don't know. Elid and Lorcan, I love them together. I'm just gonna say this right now, you guys. I think that Elid and Lorcan right now are like my OTP. They are my biggest ship. I want them together. I want them together. I love Lorcan. I love Elid. These are two characters that I did not expect myself to really like. I think Elid is adorable, but she's an adorable badass. I'm probably gonna be crazy by the time I finish this because there is like, what, over 700 pages of insanity? So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm not doing anything today. I basically dedicated my day to reading this book. I was gonna go to the gym today, but then I was like, why would I do that? You know? So instead, I'm just kind of hanging out in my gym clothes, not going to the gym, and reading. Reading is going to be my exercise today because I strongly believe that reading is a form of exercise. Don't challenge me on this. I have something in my eye. I can't find it. I don't know what to do. Oh, I got it. Stupid fuzz. Okay, so, yeah. I had to vlog. My arm is getting really tired. gosh, I'm not used to this. I had to vlog because the most crazy thing just happened. Manon was about to kill Astrid. And, like, I thought she was gonna do it. I thought she was gonna do it. She freaking turns around and goes after her grandmother instead. Like, yes, I hate her grandmother. Thank God. That was, like, probably one of my favorite moments of the book so far. I mean, I'm not that far yet, but, like, that was epic. That was amazing, and I pretty much screamed with joy and pride, just pride, because I'm so proud of Manon. I mean, I feel like all of these characters in this book are like, they're all like my little babies, you know, because I've watched them go through everything and like we've gone through it together, you know? And so whenever one of the characters makes some kind of really profound character growth and does something crazy, I'm just like, I'm so proud. I feel like a proud mother. Oh, dude, whoa, I'm forgetting a big thing. Then we find out who her father is, and that her whole life she has been killing her own blood. I always felt like there was something about her that just didn't align quite right with the other witches, and something about her was different, and now it all makes sense. And I loved the moment when she realized that she does have a heart and that she does have feelings, and that was really like a heartfelt moment. Also, this is just like very minor, but the part when Aedion is like talking to Lysandra and then he starts thinking all of these sad thoughts about how everybody like has experienced some kind of love and he hasn't had that yet, and he hasn't experienced that yet, and he doesn't have a lover. I was like, I'm right here. People should love Aedion more, but actually people shouldn't, because like I kind of want him for myself. What else has happened? Well, again, I experienced an amazing scene with Lorcan and Elid, and again, I just love Lorcan. I feel like I'm just really falling in love with him somehow. Like actually falling in love with him, which is like a little bit disturbing to me, but like, guys, it's a thing, it's happening. I love Elid. I honestly think that Elid is like, she's a new favorite character for me in this series, like by far. I think she might even be one of my new favorite female characters ever. I just wasn't expecting it, but I really like her. Oh my god. I still have to kind of whisper, talk a little quietly, because my brother's studying. Rowan finally told Gavriel that Aedion is his son. I want to know how both of these characters are going to interact with each other. I hope that they have a good relationship. Like, I feel like maybe that's kind of what Aedion needs a little bit. Hopefully that will be more motivation for Gavriel to team up with the rest of everybody and fight with them and help them, because right now they're kind of, they need help. They need help. They need like a lot of help. I kind of have a theory that eventually they're all going to team up, including Lorcan, and that they're, you know, they're not going to kill him. But I don't know, because I mean, it just seems wrong that all of these characters would just be against each other. Like maybe by the end of the book, like all of the awesome characters, all of our favorite characters will just all team up and be this one epic group that is just ready to take over. Like Manon, Lorcan, Elid, Gavriel, everybody. That would be so cool. I just want you guys to know that this right here is my reading buddy. He literally sleeps next to me and cuddles me every single time I read any book, and it's the most amazing thing ever because he's so fluffy and I love him so much. You guys, I'm freaking out right now. This book is destroying me. So I just read the part where Vernon showed up and tried to capture Elid. I'm currently on page 477. I hate Vernon. I feel like he is officially one of my most hated characters. And of course, Elid put up a huge epic fight because she is a badass and I love her and she's amazing. And honestly, I'm just blown away by how cool she is. I mean, is there anything that is not cool about her? I don't think so. And Lorcan came and stopped her from killing herself. She was about to stab herself in the heart. I thought she was gonna stab Vernon, but no. That just shows how torturous and absolutely horrendous and unbelievably awful her time with Vernon was and her whole life was, that she was willing to just turn a knife on herself that quickly, that easily, in order to escape going back to that place. Broke my heart, and it broke Lorcan's heart too. And I just, you guys, I feel like this entire vlog has just been dedicated to how much I love Lorcan and Elid, because I feel like they're really, I don't know, they're my favorite characters in this book right now. Obviously, like, Aelin is my favorite, and Aedion and whatever, but like, in terms of new favorite characters and the characters that are really grabbing my interest the most right now, it's Lorcan and Elid. I look forward to all of their chapters, and I love their relationship. I love it. I just read the part when Lorcan is tending to her wounds, and then he tells her, "I made a promise to protect you. I will not break it, Elid." And then Elid like turns to pull away, but he grabs her and he's like, "I will always find you." It just breaks my heart because evil, horrible little Lorcan loves Elid. His stone cold heart is warming up and blossoming. They're like the perfect little misfits, and together they just work so well. They are both such misfits, you know? Okay. So, first of all, I'm sorry, my room is really messy, but let's not focus on that. So, Elid and Lorcan just kissed, and he had this agonized look on his face, probably because he knows he's about to betray her. This is such a messy situation. But it's kind of weird that they kissed right after Lorcan talked about how he's always been in love with Maeve. That's kind of weird. Also, like, Lorcan, why? Why do you have to be in love with her? Why? I mean, you're about to get killed by Gavriel and Fenrys. I don't think you're gonna love Maeve very long. So maybe he'll change his ways when he finds out that little bit of information. I don't know. I would. I would. But I just need to share my excitement with you guys because finally it happened. Oh my god. So there was a huge attack. Aelin killed, like, what, 500 Ilkin? Because she's freaking crazy and her power is out of this world. And then Lorcan and Elid show up. And, oh my god, everything goes wrong. Gavriel and Fenrys go after him. They try to kill him. And what does Elid do? She jumps on top of Lorcan to shield him from Fenrys. Aelin demanded that they do not touch Lorcan or Elid, or else it will be an act of war. So I guess that puts off the blood oath for a while. Thank God. Guys, I want more than anything, I want them to not hate Lorcan. I give Aelin a lot of credit for being able to look into people and see their good sides and give people some slack and give them some credit and try to understand where they're coming from. I feel like she's good at that, and maybe she will appreciate what he's done for Elid and appreciate the fact that Elid really cares about Lorcan. And if Elid cares that much about Lorcan, I mean, Aelin has to ask herself, why is that? Maybe Lorcan isn't that bad after all. Everything's really messy right now, and I'm on page 540, so I still have a little over 100 pages left, but this is usually when things start getting crazy because it's reaching the finale. So something insane is probably going to happen at the end because, like, that's how Sarah J Maas's books are. So it's like really dark and I don't think you guys can see me at all, but I'm freaking out and I'm crying. I literally have tears running down my face because, oh, you can kind of see me. Hi. Oh my god, I look like a freak. Oh my god, okay. I just finished the book. I finished it. Oh my god, that was way more soul crushing than I could have ever expected it to be. Aelin knew. She knew all along. She knew everything. How does she do this? She always does this. It's crazy. She always knows everything. But anyway, I'm gonna go, I guess. I don't really know what I'm gonna do with myself, but, like, I'm gonna go. Hello, everybody. Okay, I finished. Honestly, I don't know what to say. I've given this a lot of thought, and I don't know. This ending didn't affect me as much as the Queen of Shadows ending, but, well, let me take that back. It's not that this ending wasn't as profound to me as the Queen of Shadows ending. It was just profound in a different way. The Queen of Shadows ending was a little bit more emotional for me. This ending, while it was incredibly emotional, more just made me like mind boggled and blown away and just sitting there staring at my wall for a solid 30 minutes after I finished the book thinking, what just happened? Lynn knew everything all along, and she somehow, I mean, she got it past everybody, even the readers. I don't know how she did it. She always does this. Why does she always do this? Like in every single book. Have you guys noticed that? So I have a list here of profound things that happened in the ending that I really liked or I really hated or just stood out to me overall. So you go from beginning to end. Some of them are very minor and some of them are like crazy. When Manon and Aelin are in the mirror and they're standing back to back and they're like this team and they're going through all of that together, that was awesome. Second of all, when Rowan got all of his cousins to side with him and he raised an entire army for Aelin, that was amazing. Third of all, when Aelin is on the shore, because Lorcan put her there because he was like, stay there, because otherwise you're going to get killed or something. So she's on the shore safe, but then who shows up? Maeve. Maeve is on shore with Elid out because I was like, this is not good. And what is Lorcan gonna do in this position? Because now he's like between Maeve and Elid, and like, well, obviously he's gonna choose Elid, but like Maeve, he's still loyal to Maeve. Like, meanwhile, Aelin is in the mirror and she's talking to Elena, and she finds out that in order to create a new lock, she has to sacrifice herself. Like, she has to die, and she's pretty much known that all along, and she's been preparing for her death this whole time. And we find out that she married Rowan just a couple days ago so that he could become king when she dies. And when Aedion was getting mad at her about how they don't have an army, they don't have allies, secretly she had created one this entire time for this purpose. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm forgetting a minor detail. They're also mates. Aelin and Rowan are mates. And Aelin knew this since they were at the temple when Rowan got shot in the shoulder, and she didn't say anything. She didn't tell us. She didn't tell Rowan. She knew all along, and that was like my big question throughout this whole book. Rowan had a mate, but now that he's with Aelin, he talks about Aelin and describes Aelin almost as if what he has with Aelin is stronger than what he had with his mate, so how does that even work? So I was like, they must be mates, but how can you have a second mate? Good old Maeve pulled out some tricks from her sleeves. And then she tells Aelin, she's like, if it makes you feel better, like if you lived, you would have been with him like over 1,000 years. Oh, and you would probably settle in like 5 years, so you also get to be immortal, but too bad, because that's not going to happen for you because you're going to be my prisoner. So that's just great. That's just wonderful. But it's okay because we all know that like this isn't going to last. Obviously, Aelin is not going to be her prisoner forever because Rowan is going to save her and Lorcan is going to save her. Okay, let's talk about Lorcan actually. Lorcan called on Maeve to come and save Elid, which was like the stupidest decision he could ever make. But okay, I have heard that a lot of people hate Lorcan now and don't like him for what he did and think he's a horrible person, and I'm going to strongly disagree with that. I love Lorcan. I will not put up with hate for Lorcan because, okay, he made a stupid decision, a big stupid decision, like beyond stupid. Like there's stupid and then there's Lorcan. But did he make that decision with bad intentions? No. No. He actually made that decision with good intentions. He wanted to keep the girl that he loved safe. But unfortunately, he wanted to keep her safe in a way that was a little bit selfish, but he did it out of a moment of blind desperation and a need to just fix the problem because he thought they were in danger. He has spent almost his whole life being loyal to Maeve. He knows she's evil, but he also knows nothing else. And so it's almost natural for him to resort to the person that he has been serving his entire life. And I feel like that decision on his part was more just a moment of desperation where he resorted to what he knew. The person that he thought would be there to help him. And I think he quickly realized after he made that decision that that wasn't true, and Maeve would never help him, and that was stupid of him. I feel really bad for Lorcan, especially when he started sobbing for the first time in centuries. I mean, the guy feels absolutely terrible about all of this, and now Elin hates him, which is great. I hate it when books end that way. I hate it when the two characters I want to be together finally get together, and then at the end of the story, one of them reveals that they betrayed them somehow, and then they hate each other, and then it ends like that. That is my worst pet peeve. I feel like I understand Lorcan's character really well. I get him. I get his bad sides and his good sides, and I just see somebody who's really troubled and made a very terrible life-changing decision. And my camera is actually dying, really bad timing, so I need to wrap this up a little faster. Another thing I wanted to talk about was Lysandra. Lysandra was the only one who knew about all of this, and now Aedion hates her. Well, he doesn't hate her. Well, kind of right now. I have to admit the plan that Aelin and Lysandra had though for Aelin and Rowan was really messed up, and I completely understand why Aedion would be really mad. So what, he's supposed to believe that he's sleeping with his cousin his whole life, and really it's the girl that he actually loves, but like he's supposed to be with his cousin, and then Rowan is just king? I mean, messed up, really messed up. And then their kids would have, like, oh my god, it's just messed up. So anyway, I'm guessing the next book Aelin is going to be with Maeve, and she is going to be tortured, and it's going to be really terrible. But she's going to be rescued. I know that. She is going to be rescued. Overall, I obviously give this book 5 billion, trillion, million, gazillion stars. It took a lot of creativity and skill to put everything together like she did in this book, and I wish I could see even just a smidgen of what goes on in her brain, because it must be crazy for her to be able to come up with such a compelling and intricately detailed storyline. This is actually probably one of my favorite books in the series, and I also, you know, when I finished this book, I just realized, like, wow, this series has evolved so much. Like, compare this book to Throne of Glass and just think for yourself, like, how different those two books are. And I just want to congratulate Sarah J. Maas on her success. I think she did an amazing job, and I love her, and there's a reason that she's my favorite author. I would love to hear what you guys think of this book, so please let me know in the comments, you know, all of your thoughts, any debates if you want to get those started, any questions you had that came up, any theories that you have. Like, let's just get a discussion started in the comments, because I would love to start talking about this book with people. If there's another book that you guys would like to see me do this kind of vlog review thing for, just let me know. There were so many other things in the ending that I didn't cover, but honestly, you know, that's all I can do right now, because like I can't even make sense of most of what happened. So like, yeah, I might do a more polished review later once I've registered everything that's happened more clearly, because right now I'm still very much in freak out mode, so please bear with me. Anyway, I think that will be it for today, so I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. I hope that you all go and have yourselves a fabulous day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!